Hello everyone. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for joining, and if you're a regular viewer, then welcome back. I truly appreciate your continued support and time. Before we dive into today's video, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the like button to stay updated on all our future content. Now, let's jump into the topic of today's discussion. The recent deportation of 205 Indian nationals from the United States has sparked widespread debates about immigration policies, border security, and the significant challenges faced by Indian migrants trying to make a better life abroad. The United States' decision to deport these 205 Indians has led to conversations about the country's immigration policies and their impact on Indian immigrants. This development has raised concerns among aspiring migrants, particularly those looking to seek asylum or those considering traveling on illegal immigration routes. But why exactly did this happen, and how did former US President Donald Trump contribute to the situation? How is India, under Prime Minister Narendra Modi, responding to this significant event? In this video, we will explore the reasons behind these deportations, examine the influence of Trump's immigration policies, and discuss how these developments affect Indo-US relations. Trump's strict immigration policies, a legacy that continues. Although Donald Trump is no longer serving as the US president, his hardline stance on immigration continues to shape US policies to this day. During his presidency, from 2017 to 2021, Trump introduced a series of strict immigration measures, which included the controversial zero-tolerance policy, travel bans targeting several Muslim-majority countries, and increased scrutiny on visa applications. His administration's focus was on cracking down on illegal immigration, particularly on deporting individuals who had entered the US without proper documentation or those who had misused the asylum system. One of the major priorities of Trump's administration was the enforcement of laws to deport illegal immigrants, and many of these actions disproportionately impacted individuals who had overstayed their visas, entered the country unlawfully, or engaged in fraudulent immigration activities. Even after leaving office, Trump's influence remained strong, especially as many of his policies continue to be enforced, primarily due to the pressure from conservative lawmakers who favor stringent border controls. The recent deportation of 205 Indian nationals is seen as a direct consequence of these hardline policies, with a focus on deporting individuals who entered the US illegally or overstayed their visas. Why were 205 Indians deported? So, why were these 205 Indian nationals deported? According to reports, the individuals who were deported were primarily those who had entered the US illegally, often through the Mexico border. Many Indians take highly dangerous routes, paying enormous sums to human traffickers in order to cross into the US without legal documentation. Some misused the asylum system, falsely claiming that their lives were in danger in India, and used this to gain entry into the US legally. Others had overstayed their visas, a common issue for international travelers who remain in the US beyond the duration permitted by their visa. Additionally, some of those deported engaged in fraudulent activities, including the use of fake documents or applying for asylum under false pretenses. U.S. immigration authorities, under both Trump and the current administration, have been cracking down on such violations, leading to large-scale deportations of individuals found guilty of such offenses. These measures are part of a broader strategy to deter illegal immigration and strengthen the enforcement of U.S. immigration laws. The U.S. immigration crackdown under Biden. While current U.S. President Joe Biden initially promised a more humane immigration policy during his campaign, his administration has faced immense pressure to maintain strict border controls. This pressure has only intensified due to the significant surge in illegal immigration, particularly from Latin America and Asia, which has led to increased border security and enforcement measures. Biden's administration has found itself in a difficult position, trying to balance humanitarian concerns with national security. Many Republicans have accused Biden of being too lenient on immigration, which has led to significant pushback from conservative lawmakers. As a result, Biden has had to continue enforcing several policies introduced during the Trump era. This includes actions like the deportation of 205 Indian nationals, which is part of a broader strategy to curb illegal immigration and tighten asylum processes. Despite Biden's desire to pursue a more compassionate immigration policy, his administration's hands are tied by both domestic political pressure and the realities of managing border security. India's response to the deportations. The Indian government, under Prime Minister Narendra Modi, has been closely monitoring the situation and has made efforts to address the concerns of the deported individuals. While the Indian government has assured the deported Indians of support upon their return to India, they have also advised Indian nationals to follow legal migration routes. The Ministry of External Affairs, MEA, has strongly urged citizens to avoid falling for illegal immigration rackets that promise easy entry into the US. Diplomatically, India maintains strong relations with the US, but immigration violations remain a sensitive issue. The Indian government has consistently emphasized the importance of pursuing legal channels for migration and discouraged the use of fraudulent means to enter the US. India has also worked on creating awareness among its citizens about the risks and consequences of illegal immigration.